Joining us now are Kaylee Goncalves' parents, Steve and Kristi, and their attorney, Shannon Gray. Thank you both for being here this morning. Let me just start with both of you. I know it's been, thank you, 2.5 years now. It's long 2.5 years. The last few weeks, especially, I would imagine, have been fairly difficult. How are both of you holding up as we sit here right now?
Tired, exhausted. At this point, ready just to move on. Just to get this past us.
Trying to catch up a little bit too. We expected to go to trial this summer, and I had 250 hours set aside, had my schedule, had things going. So it was a radical change for us. So now we're just trying to wrap our head around this new development, and we're still a family. You still got to take care of yourself. So we're moving on.
You've had a lot to wrap your head around for the past couple weeks, and sort of whiplash, if you will, to have Bryan Kohberger in court that day, admitting his guilt, admitting in open court everything he did. What was that like, even if you weren't in the actual courtroom for it? What was that like to hear him actually say he's guilty?
It was very surreal. It was very emotional to hear it. Something that, I don't think that we were ever really prepared to hear or think that we would hear. So, yeah, it was hard. It was definitely hard. I wish that, he would have had to say maybe their names other than just simple yeses and nos. But
why?
I think it shows a little bit more accountability and taking, owning up to what he did, to have to say the victims' names, our daughter's name. Not just yes, yes, yes. I just feel like that was a really easy way to admit his guilt. Yeah,
I agree. We want to see some sternness when you see 4 lives lost. He wasn't even asked to stand. It's like those are the type of things that we want to send a message. If you come after kids, people are going to put their foot down and they're going to do everything in their power to make sure that those kids are, whoever did that is held to the accountability, the highest that there is. But it was quiet.
You've been somewhat critical of the state and how all of this was handled from the very beginning. And as I understand it, you also you wanted to go to trial. You did not want to see this plea deal come to fruition. Why?
We've seen all the rumors, all the things that are out there. A gag order just kind of turned it into just a big, huge mess of conspiracies. So we don't want to live that for the next 10, 15 years. So if our community came together and they were the ones that said he was guilty, then it's not us saying it or one person saying it. It's everyone saying that. So there's power in that. I believe in the court system. I believe in our juries. And that's what we were prepared to do.
Kristi, do you worry there are questions you will never get answered? Yes. As a result of this deal, because he doesn't have to say exactly what his motive was. He doesn't have to say where the murder weapon is.
I think it's worse than that. I think we're going to find out secrets through his sick, twisted mind.
Why?
He's going to write about it. He's going to have interviews, exclusive interviews with his family members or certain people, and that's how we're going to hear about it.
And to be fair, that could happen because in this particular plea deal, there's nothing that forbids that.
Exactly.
What have you been told that we don't know surrounding what happened that night?
Nothing.
We asked them, can you just tell us the last moments of our daughter so when we have our victims' statements, we can be as accurate as possible. We don't want any lies in those statements. We want pure, and they wouldn't even give us the facts of what happened.
Just some details too, yeah. That would be hard to know, but we want to know it. We want to know.
I don't want to hear from the media. I'd rather hear it from, the investigators.
I read recently that the coroner did give you some more detail.
Yes.
What did the coroner say?
The coroner said that kind of gave us a breakdown of the wounds and the ways that she had passed away. She'd definitely been stabbed multiple times, and they kind of described it as like a drowning that can occur. But she did say gagging. There was some gagging, and she was he struck her in the face. And
she had a broken nose. She had subdural hematomas. She had asphyxial injuries. She had some defense wounds on her arms.
Yeah.
And stabbed many, many times. But how many, we don't know.
And that should be part of the victim's impact statement. And we shouldn't be robbed of that. We should know all those details, and we don't want to say something that isn't accurate. Like we've heard the amount of times that she was stabbed, but we don't know from the actual fact finders.
Shannon, bring you in here. These parents have had to live a literal nightmare for almost 3 years now. Are there other documents that you want to see be made public that could provide them with some of the answers?
Well, we had a meeting with the prosecutors already asking about a full disclosure of all the discovery in the case. You know, if you go through the normal course, you'd be public disclosures, public records requests for the next 2 to 3 years to try to get everything. So we've asked about that ahead of time, because we want a full copy of the discovery, because we don't have any answers. They don't have any answers. And it allows us to go through. They can redact whatever they need to redact, but then bring that in. And it's the Idaho State Police, it's the FBI, it's the Moscow Police Department that we would all request. And so they promised us that, and we're hoping that they keep their promise.
Steve, Kristi, what do you want the world to remember about your little girl?
Just like Kaylee was just so fun. She was extremely smart. She had a beautiful smile, an amazing laugh, everything. I mean, everything about Kaylee was amazing, honestly. She just...
Very dedicated, hard worker. She's going to graduate with her degree a year early.
Yeah.
So she was going to light the world on fire, and we're missing her. You know, we're missing her.
Yeah, every day, everything about her, everything. If I could hear her laugh, hear her voice, see her smile.
Can't imagine it. Just can't imagine it. Thank you. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for keeping her memory alive. And best of luck. I know the sentencing hearing is next week, so.
Yes.
Thanks again. And Shannon, thank you as well.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, you can catch the Today Show every morning on NBC, or take Today when you're on the go. Just follow the Today podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.